nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, tell me.
Gonna make a panty drop, panty drop.
Isn't this ain't this like the second week in a row where it's just you and me starting off? Where is everybody?
Make a panty drop, panty drop. Ooh, make a panty drop, panty drop. Mahogany's just, holy shit, it did it again. Mahogany's just walking down the street and there's just panties everywhere. Everywhere he runs into somebody, it's just like boom.
Where this is like the second Friday in a row where it's just you and me starting. I'm like, where is everybody? Anyone?
Snowdub's on the way.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm like, where's Mark? Where's Barry? Where's Darwin? Where's Shigiri? Where's everybody?
I sent out the invites, so I'm sure I'm looking at it right now. I sent out the invites, so who knows?
I just got off work, so
if it's just us and Snowdub shows up, it'll just be us and Snowdub shows up. So
no problem. That's how we do it anyway, right?
That's right. And you know what song I got stuck in my head?
No, I do, and
Hold on, I got something for you guys. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Oh my god. I'm gonna follow right. I'm gonna finish my playbook. Give me material.
Holy crap! I'm not even drinking tonight.
That's the worst part.
I drank the last. I drank the last two Fridays, and now I'm not drinking, and it's like,
oh, yeah, it is windy out here.
holy crap! Good evening, everybody. Pat S, what's going on? He goes, the audio tonight is making me a tiny bit seasick. Pirates, arg! Pirates and Machini making the panties drop. So. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Low spec Linux laptop. What is up? Psychodwarf 9's like, hands up. What do you mean, hands up? What's going on? What do you mean, hands up? Send me in, coach. You want on? I'll throw you an invite if you want on, Psychodwarf. Just don't get Gun Bunny after me. I don't want to piss off Gun Bunny. Hold on. Psycho. Why does Psychodwarf's 9 name sound like the finishing move in Street Fighter? Psychodwarf 9.
Yes. Sorry for the wind. It's really foggy out here tonight. So I'm thinking.
It'd be right there. Got a dog situation. All right, El Perro did it. We're blaming El Perro tonight.
I knew it.
He took a shit on the internet box, and now it's all screwed up. Oh, shit, we lost Machini. And now it's just me. Shall we go back to singing the panty drop song? Panties drop, and the panties drop, and the panties drop, and the panties drop. Ooh. Oh, I love teasing the shit out of him about that. Good evening, everybody. We've got, who's first in the door? Marcus Felix was the first in the door. Leia Rose, the lovely Leia Rose. Good evening, Leia Rose. How are you
Sorry
doing?
about that.
You're good. Mark Damnably Tired is here. Why aren't you up here?
Mark, get your ass in here.
You angry bastard. Good evening, Loki and Valhalla. Deliciously Evil. What is up, Deliciously Evil? Don't forget to check her out tomorrow night when she does her karaoke show on Saturday. I don't know if I'll be there or not. I don't know yet. It depends on what's going on. He's like, he's getting ready to sing the panty drop song. Hockney.
You don't want me singing. You don't.
Who is this dwarf who just showed up in the chat? Who just showed up here?
Blame Loki. He invited me. My idea. Okay, my job is now to do color commentary. Loki's wearing black.
This dwarf sounds a little psycho-ish.
Does what it says on the Tim Machini.
Loki is wearing black. Does the day end in a Y? Yes.
Pretty much.
I'm wearing black. Most of the, okay. So
You're a duck. I'm actually wearing pants.
If you look at my closet, it's like black. And then at the very end of it, you've got some like Hawaiian shirts. And then I've got like white t-shirts that I sleep in or that I wear the Hawaiian shirts over. But that's pretty much it. It's like
that just means you can dress in the dark, Loki.
Now I do have some like Harley stuff that's not black. I got a bunch of Harley shit that's not black, but
okay. Only one caveat. Have you ever ridden or owned or lived on a Harley?
Yes. And
okay, good. Then you have a pass.
Yeah.
Then you have a pass. These Nimrods that have like blinged out all the Harley stuff and don't know how to ride. I have my problem with these jackasses, you know?
I think, okay, so let me ask you this question.
Shoot.
Got ran off the road by a dumbass Karen that had like her head down and was on her phone.
Happens to most of us.
Broken collarbone. Well, I was on my bike. Broken collarbone, broken sternum, 3 broken ribs, 2 torn biceps, torn rotator cuff, and a partridge in a pear tree. I think I qualify to, you can wear as much Harley shit as you want, even though you don't ride anymore. Okay.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Have you in fact, right, okay, there's a story that I have that relates to that from my ambulance time. Dare me.
There you go.
Okay, dear.
Okay.
Dear.
We got called. All right. It was vehicular accident. Poor biker had like 3 choices, all of them bad. You had this jackass that was illegally passing on a curve. His choice 1, bug splat the semi grill.
No.
Choice 2, gun it, try to hit the bumper, and go over this dumb son of a bitch.
No.
Choice 3, try to make it in between the dumb son of a bitch and the guardrail, and he damn near made it. Trouble is, he clipped the guardrail, and his big friend, that's like 1,000 pounds of steel, followed him.
No.
Now, we get there. I hear voices, and they're not the usual ones. Hello.
Well, that's the intercom going. Yes, we have found a dozen pair of pennies on the floor of the train station. Yes.
Shut up.
Does anybody claim these?
Shut up.
Anyway, we get there, and they put me at this guy's head because I'm the one that can speak biker. He's like, solid, man. Let me get my helmet out. You leave that damn brain bucket alone, or else your next ride is going to be Stephen Hawking's old one. Okay? We're going to take care of your brother. It's all good. We're here. Just don't worry. You're going to get the e-ticket ride. And the man looks up at me, and he says, man, I think my leg is broke. And if you've ever seen Jack Benny, there's that horrible Jack Benny moment where everybody else on the damned ambulance crew stops and turns and looks at me. Because out the corner of my eye, over here, I see the sheriff bagging his boot. His leg's still in it. Well, I can't tell this poor son of a bitch the honest truth. He's got a code and he had something nasty for lunch. I don't want to breathe for him. No. Okay. So, I'm like, okay, here's the deal. I am only an EMT, which means I am legally, lawfully, and morally bound not to make a diagnosis. Okay? I don't have an x-ray machine in my damn pocket. A break in the leg is classed as anything that changes the smooth, unbroken, original condition factory settings of your bones. I think we can safely say the leg is broke. So we box him up on the backboard, get him packaged up, get him onto the, get him to the ER, get him on O2. The orthopedic surgeons get him. I don't think a damn thing about it. Month later, I had just dropped off some back injury patient out of a darned nursing home, and out of one of the rooms I hear, "Oi!" Damn it! So I walk in there, and he's like, "You lied to me." Like, most particularly, I did not. You asked me if your leg was broke. It was.
I think this is an example of Darwinism at its finest.
Well, this is kind of like malicious compliance.
Really quick,
his leg was broke.
Really quick, brother. Just for mocking, Chris Persia says, Loki, that wasn't the station speaker. It was God reminding all the ladies to commence Operation Panty Drop, Panty Drop.
Fuck you, Chris.
The panty drop, panty drop.
I am taking a wrench away from you starting Monday.
Operation Panty Drop, Panty Drop. Okay, continue, my friend.
No, that was about it. I mean, he tried to get all bent out of shape about it. I'm like, dude, no. I wasn't going to lie to you. But if I told you the God's honest truth, you're going to code and I might have to breathe for you until we get the bag on your face. I'm like, no. Not happening. Not this little black duck. No. You had something nasty for lunch. I don't know what it was. Don't want to know what it was. I didn't want to taste it from y'all neither. So I wasn't going to breathe for you. So just take that with your damn self and go away, have a nice life, fuck off. I don't care.
I was gonna wait till Snowdub got here to
Uh-oh.
talk about why we actually have a title, because normally it's like The Late Show with Snowdub and Stone Cold Loki, but tonight we have a title. It's called The Wrong Side with Loki and Snowdub. Why is it called The Wrong Side? Makani?
Is it because it's the late show with what's her name gyrating and acting like a dumbass?
Well,
Oh, I
that's
don't
part of
know.
it, but we're on the wrong side of history, and we're enjoying
We
the
are?
wrong side of history. Yes. Oh, yes.
Woohoo!
I
for
think
wrong
it's
side
called
history?
enjoying the decline.
Yes. Yes. We are on the wrong side of history. So I knew Makani was going to get a kick out of this, and I was hoping he'd be here tonight. It has been confirmed that there are multiple Hollywood executives that have infiltrated the gaming industry. Why would Hollywood executives be working in the gaming industry?
Because they're about to get fired.
Not surprising in the slightest.
They have brought DEI and ESG directly into the gaming industry. And now producers and writers and graphics artists are all afraid of being on the wrong side of history, because they have been threatened and told, you either do what we want, you get with the program, or we will get rid of you. Why? Because you are a white guy. And that will be the easiest thing we can do, is just get rid of you and replace you. So
No.
a lot of what we've been seeing in Sony, a lot of what we've been seeing in Xbox, a lot of what we've been seeing across the entire spectrum of the gaming industry has been because they have been in over the last 20 years. They have been bringing in Hollywood executives to help them create cinematic masterpieces within video games so that they can draw more attention to their games. And as time has gone on, they have demanded more and more as they have been a part of it. Now they're pretty much running everything.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Hollywood and cinematic masterpiece. That's like expedited delivery and government. Kind of an oxymoron right now.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Shockwave. I agree. Absolutely 100%. I see a rise in crowdfunding in any games. Yes, indeed. And please, once again, tell Gun Bunny thank you. We read out of the folklore book that y'all sent last night, me and Adega, and it was pretty cool. We did the story of Loki and Loki's children. Yay. So Akimi's like, gotta bail early tonight, guys. Having a friend over for dinner. Much love, Valhalla. Much love, Akimi. You have a good one. Have a good time tonight. And don't get around Makani, because you know what's going to happen.
Question. Where's the comma in there for having a friend over for dinner? I'm having a friend over for dinner, period. I'm having a friend, comma, over for dinner, period. Just me thinking out loud.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gun Bunny. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful gift. It was a wonderful gift. And I'm glad I got a chance to read it, because I've been busting my ass lately. Busy as hell. So thank you very much. Who says I need a comma?
Okay, cool.
Hello, Clarice. I ate a liver with some fava beans and a nice warm Chianti. Let me ask you something, Senator. Did you breastfeed her? Love the suit.
Laid on a slab.
Love the suit. Holy shit. Hannibal Lecter. Yes!
Yeah. Has anyone noticed it's real easy to... Okay, I can't say it's real easy. It's real easy to write a villain that can, like, upstage absolutely everybody.
Yeah,
Anybody notice that?
They're not going to do that anymore for whatever reason. You can't get you can't get like a really good evil villain anymore.
Yeah.
Someone that really enjoys being the villain.
Yeah. Someone who pulls the wings off of flies for fun, kicks puppies. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm down. I'm sick and tired of these milk toast. Oh, he's just misunderstood.
It's a misunderstood villain.
No.
Loki, did you
No.
watch a James O'Keefe video about Disney? Yes, I did. Oh shit, we lost Makani again. Yes, I did. I did indeed watch the James O'Keefe video about Disney, and I'm not surprised. It's what we've been saying for years. When they've been like, no, this isn't happening, and no, this isn't going to happen, and yada, yada, yada. Yes, it does. Yes, it is happening. And let me welcome my co-host here on Friday nights, the man, the myth, the legend, the snowman himself. What's up, brother? How are you doing?
Better late than never, right?
Right.
Yep. All right. If Snowdub's in the house, I'm going to be gone and turn myself just into another pedestrian and listen. I hope you have a kick-ass stream and a good night.
What do I smell funny? What's going on here?
You can smell through the camera? That's a new one.
Psycho Dwarf 9. Thanks for stopping.
Snowdub. All right. This is me. I've been substitute teacher for long enough. Bye-bye.
Later, brother. If Snowdub can smell through the camera, does that mean that Makani can make the panties drop through the camera?
Why do you think I upload so many booty breaks?
Good point.
Anyway, no, sorry I'm late. If you were watching my show before this and you transferred over, the Snow Kid popped in for a second. One of my Dobermans got like a broken claw.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like kind of hanging there. We're a little nervous about it. So we give him some good sleepy time doggy pills. And here in about an hour or so or whatever, when we stop the show, I'm going to go in there and see if I can clip that broken part off. Just a little nervous, because it's real close to his quick and all that stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to hurt him.
Yeah. So anyway, we're dealing with that. So that's why I'm a little late. So I apologize.
Oh, brother, I hope it gets fixed soon. Poor doggo.
Yeah, we saw a split in it before. We're hoping it just kind of heal back up, but it looks like he snagged it on something, or
See a big baby?
Yes, like he's don't touch my fucking feet type of dog, So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. He's a 100-pound Doberman, so you could imagine.
I was talking about that this morning. Bear, he was about 100 pounds. He was a huge dog. Probably the biggest golden retriever Australian shepherd you've ever seen. He was huge. He had big ass lion's mane. Everybody that lived near us was deathly afraid of that dog. They had no idea what a big baby he was. They had no idea. So I got him when he was a puppy, and I raised him, and we had this fence that connected the house to the garage, and it had steps on it. So you could like step up on the fence and look over, and he would do that. Anybody coming down the driveway, he'd like pop up over the just, snarling and I'll destroy you. Right? And then if you went to the backyard with me, he just turned into the biggest pussy. He'd be like, oh, hello, oh my God, I love you. No, lick your face. Oh, pet me. And people would be like, holy shit, dude, he's just a big pussy. I'm like, yeah. He acts mean, but
yeah, I mean, dogs are naturally protective of their environment, usually, or their property, but most dogs are lovable and nice. It's the ones that are mean, it's because their owners are fucking a jackass, probably.
I would rather wrestle a Doberman any day than wrestle a 6-pound dachshund to clip their nails. It's horrible with a dachshund. It's terrible.
Right up there with Chihuahua, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, take your finger off in a heartbeat.
Right.
Yep, that's what Bambino's like. Mike's dog. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a little terror.
Once he realizes it's you, like if he hangs out with you enough with Mike, once he realizes it's you, he'll be like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's you. Hi. Cool. Okay, you're cool. Who can I bark at now? I'm trying to sound like a badass.
Big bad Mexican Iron Man with his little purse dog.
That dog's more Mexican than Mike is. Oh my god. What's up, Mark?
Tired. Tired. My eyes are bleeding from streaming all day. I'm not doing
Oh.
that again. I am
Oh.
not. I'm not doing that again at all. But I had fun. It was fun.
Bambino's a sweetheart, but we did bribe him with dog treats. Yeah, I bribed him with because me and Mike drove from Dallas to Houston together, and that dog, as soon as it got in the car, it looked at Mike and then it looked at me and was like, you know what? You're driving. I'm sitting with you. And Mike was like, what the hell, dude? And he just looked at him and was like, huh, out. Shum El Perro says Hawk Taw.
All right, Shum. I do not want to hear about your personal fantasies. Okay, what you and El Perro do behind closed doors is totally up to you. And
What the hell is Hawk Taw?
What?
You don't know?
No.
There's a certain female that got clipped that was doing like a street interview. And she was talking about how she likes to give a good BJ or whatever, and then got all emphasized about it with the whole and I'll just spit on it, you know. Well, anyway, that got clipped, and it's making its rounds.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's all over Twitter.
yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it, Loki.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't paid attention. I've been too busy. Working.
Yeah, me too. Jeez.
God help me.
I was at a job this morning where I had no phone signal. So I was deprived of Loki's morning show until my drive home. It was Loki's morning show in the afternoon. I was pissed.
Holy
Man,
shit.
I can't wait for episode 2 of
House of the Dragon.
House of Dragon. I keep wanting to say Game of Thrones, but yes, House of the Dragon. Fuck yeah. This show
Sunday.
rocks, and I hope it just keeps getting better. Because, God, we need something good to talk about. I can't handle one more Acolyte fucking video across my time feed, loop feed, Twitter feed, YouTube. Just stop.
If you were listening this morning, there are two big YouTubers, like much bigger than us, that I talked to recently that were like, we're not covering it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to do it. And I was like, this is like easy layup for you guys. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm like, welcome to the club.
Latino Slant did a community post the other day where he said he's done. He's not going to cover it. He's not going to talk about it. And I'm just like, bravo. You know,
Bravo, Paulie.
Mm-hmm.
Paulie's stepping up. And that's how we get rid of it. If we make it where it's just not even a topic anymore, then it'll have no choice but to either wither up and die or change.
And you know what? We've got channels that built themselves on tearing all this shit apart. I understand that. If you want to try and build your channel on that, that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to bust your balls about it. But that's their thing. They did that. I'm not trying to copy them. I'm not trying to be the next Nerdrotic. I'm not trying to be the next Geeks and Gamers. I'm not trying to be the next anybody. I'm just trying to be me. I don't want to talk about that bullshit. Why? Because I'm sick and tired of seeing Star Wars get screwed over. I really am. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to watch it. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna watch the episodes. I'm not gonna have anything to do with it. Mando season 3 and Book of Boba Fett killed me. It absolutely killed me. There were a lot of people that had faith that Robert Rodriguez was going to come in, and I was like the only motherfucker that was like, Disney's going to tie his hands and he's going to have to do exactly what they want. No, it's going to be badass. I don't think so. I don't think Disney's going to let him off the leash long enough to let him do anything besides making the people with the Pee Wee Herman bikes. That's about it.
And if I'm not mistaken, this stupid Acolyte show was filmed like 2 years ago or something like that. And it's just been sitting on the shelf.
Yep.
So it's not like they've been pumping this shit out recently. They're in the crosshairs. Okay, they got this thing that got blasted wide open by James O'Keefe, which is just delicious. If you don't know about that, I was talking about it a little bit on my show, but basically what we've been thinking, guys, has come to fruition with tangible proof, and that is that Disney is racist and they do not like white men, no matter how talented you are. White people in general, actually, but definitely white males, especially straight ones. And they've come right out and said it now. I mean, there's no denying what's going on over there, and it's just time to let them go. You know, they're a
Doesn't
racist
even matter
organization.
though. The
Yeah,
straight thing don't even matter anymore. You can be a pole smoker and you're too white.
probably. Yeah,
They will still be like, no, you're too white.
right. And what they're doing
Because
is they're just sacrificing legends of talent that's out there because, unfortunately for them, there's still a very high population of white people in this country, and a lot of them got a lot of great talent, know how to write stories, know how to act, know how to do all these different things that could be incorporated in these shows to make them better, but they refuse to let it happen.
no, absolutely. Absolutely. They
Sad.
don't want nothing. And Quote the Raven did bring up that earlier. Said, Loki, did you watch James O'Keefe video about Disney? Damn right I did. But it's
Yeah,
not anything we didn't already know.
yeah. It was basically proving our point. Finally, we can finally
Here's
sit
the
back and
question.
go see. There it is.
This has not been covered by any top media company. So this hasn't been like followed up by Fox or CBS or MSM or any of the other shit, which I don't expect it to be, but that's how they're going to keep this from going viral. Is yeah, we know about it. Yeah, we've seen it, but how many people out there are going to look at this and go, "Oh no, that's real." Because it's not being substantiated anywhere. They're not going, oh, yeah, this guy really is this. They can say whatever they want. They can say this guy doesn't exist and you just made this up and blah, 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 blah. They can say whatever the hell they want to and get away with it. What I want is I want Ron DeSantis to bust their ass. That's what I want. You want to do something productive, Ron, since you're not running for president anymore? Do this and deal with this and bring charges against Disney in Florida. You can do it. They have shop there. They have all that shit there. So bust their ass. We're waiting. Do something about it.
Yeah, well, I think we're on the verge of seeing some real action. Quotes from the Raven Nevermore mentions Gina Carano, and he's right. There's more proof to her case right there, and so I don't know if they can incorporate that into the current lawsuit or not. But I mean, at least in the opinion of the public court, she's kicking major ass right now, and getting proven right left and right, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So we're getting our wins. We are. As you know, the normies, the people that are flyby Star Wars fans, even they are getting a tangible kick in the dick thanks to this latest show. And I mean, me being a Carrie Ann Moss fan of The Matrix and all that, and hearing about her getting knocked off in the first 5 minutes
With a knife.
go fuck
With
yourself.
like a throwing knife.
Just no. Just no.
You have a lightsaber and she used a little throwing knife. And you have a lightsaber.
Come on, man. That's no. People are getting impaled by lightsabers and can live, but all of a sudden, a little kitchen knife's going to take out a guy. Stop it.
Yeah, a little throwing knife.
Stop
He's
it.
going to take you out.
All that tells me is, where did the budget go? It's like you got all this money. The show's shit, obviously. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it, but if it's not Carrie Ann Moss and big names like that, who's your next big name? Fucking Squid Man, Squid Game Man,
Well, it's even better because I heard about this. I think Paulie's the one who told me about this. And Mark, you can tell me if I'm wrong. So in the EU, now I know this part is right, but in the EU, you've got a couple of different Wookiees that are Jedi. Okay. And I'm talking about, this is in Luke's time when he's the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, right? There's a Wookiee that's a Jedi. and he is absolutely badass. Okay, it's like Yoda, but he's a Wookiee. He's fast. He does all kinds of crazy shit. It's badass. You have $180 million budget for this show, and you have a Wookiee Jedi for the very first time, and you never see him fight, and he dies off screen.
They did a fight scene, but they cut it. And this is just all I gotta do is scroll through my Twitter, and I know everything about this fucking show. It's ridiculous. But yeah, they cut out the fight scene, which just tells me it was so bad and looks so stupid. Even these morons knew they shouldn't put it in the show. So they probably saved you guys some grief if you were looking forward to seeing Wookiee in action, because it probably looked like a fucking, Disney character literally from the street, dancing around.
Well, that Wookiee looked like he had a potato on top of his head, so there was something wrong with that Wookiee to begin with. The pictures I've seen of it, because I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, no. After doing Discovery, I was done with anything sci-fi. It was that. I mean, Discovery just, even though I did it to myself, Discovery ruined it all for me. And then watching Dune 2 on top of the last 45 minutes of it, it's like, nope, done with sci-fi for now. Turning it off.
So think about this. I'm going to set the scene for this, and this is just one thing from the EU. And Timothy Zahn didn't even write this. This was. I think it was.
Don't you say his name? Don't you say that?
It wasn't Kevin J. Anderson.
Okay, because that's who the Wookiee was created by that you were talking about, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, this was later. This is during Legacy of the Force. So Luke is Grand Master of the Order, and he's got all his Jedi together. He's got all his Jedi Masters together, and they're on top of the temple at Yavin 4. So they are on top of the temple at Yavin 4, and they're all meditating, and they stand up, and Luke goes, begin, and they all start fighting each other. Lightsabers out. Now, mind you, these are all the masters that he has taught. And they're all doing all kinds of crazy shit. And then like 5 minutes into it, Luke drops his lightsaber back down. He's like, good job. And that's their workout. That is their physical workout. They meditate, and then all the masters go after each other and have this big ass fight. And it's like a free-for-all. It's not like, oh, you're paired off with them and you're paired up. No. It's like a free-for-all. Everybody's going after everybody. Real lightsabers, not stun. And that's how they practice fighting, so that if they ever run into the Sith, they are ready to go toe-to-toe. The Jedi Masters are absolutely positively badass. And Luke, that's how Luke teaches them. That one scene is better than everything that they've done with this property since they bought it. Period. End of discussion.
That must be in an R.A. Salvatore book, because I did not read those. I'd never got around to reading those.
So this was after the death of Mara Jade.
Okay, that was a Salvatore book. No, Salvatore wrote the Yuzon Vong. So
this was after the Yuzon Vong.
Okay.
Did you, by chance, see the? I guess they were rehearsal videos. One was Anakin versus Dooku from Revenge of the Sith.
Yep.
And another one was, I think, the Palpatine Mace Windu fight.
Yes.
Holy shit, were they good? And, and some of the stuff that you could tell Hayden Christensen was on fucking point in that movie. I got to tip my hat to that kid, because even though his acting was a little wooden, he made up for it in his performance with lightsabers. And I wish they would have put those scenes in where, there's a lot of extra with the Dooku fight that definitely needed to be in there. There was a move I saw that I still, to this day, every time I see it, I can't figure out how the fuck he pulled it off. It's this weird little fucking flippy thing that he does with the saber. It's so insane, guys. You've never seen it. But that just tells you how much passion, love, and creativity and dedication was put into that last great Star Wars movie of Revenge of the Sith. And how you gonna top that shit?
That was all Nick Gillard. So anybody who doesn't know, Nick Gillard was their like master swordsman, And he's the one who taught Hayden. He's the one who taught all of Ewan. And he's the one who brought all that together. And somewhere in the Lucas archives, there is a scene of him fighting Anakin because they cut that. So you've got him as his Jedi Master. Nick Gillard's Jedi Master name was Syndralic, which is Nick Gillard backwards. And he was supposed to be the lightsaber master, the greatest swordsman, lightsaber duelist there was in the Jedi Council. And
better than Mace Windu?
Better than Mace Windu.
Wow.
Better than Mace Windu. He's the one who if you needed to be tested to become a master, he's the one who did it. As far as like lightsaber goes.
Okay, so he wasn't as powerful like in the Force and stuff like that.
No, yeah. But he had a move called 1,000 Cuts. That was supposed to be like you remember how like the samurai would do their duels, how it'd be the fastest swordsman, that won the most badass whoosh, right? It was like a face off. Like you'd have gunslingers, right? The fastest, draw. This guy could cut you 1,000 times before you moved. That's how fast he was. And Anakin beat him. Anakin reversed his move and beat him.
Well, yeah, Anakin was his cunning alone was above anybody else. That was why he was so much better than everybody, because he was the most cunning when it came to combat. And it just won every time until he was faced with his own kin, which broke him.
Wasn't he a master of 3 forms anyway?
Yes.
I thought it was either 2 or 3.
He also kills the librarian. That stupid. If it does not in our records, Master Kenobi, then it does not exist.
He cleans house. If you know about.
There's supposed to be a scene where she walks up.
Cut out, yeah.
Where she walks up to him when he's coming in with the troopers, and she's like, Anakin Skywalker, what are you doing? And he just like rips her to him and impales her with his lightsaber and is like,
oh yeah. No, there's more scenes too with the stormtroopers, because you see it in the movie when he walks up the stairs with the whole army behind him or whatever. But what you don't see is there's a scene after that where they literally come through the door and Anakin's kind of setting up Jedi as he's going through for the stormtroopers to shoot easily. Like he's like, pulling lightsabers out of their hands or doing some crazy shit. Just they come in guns blazing, basically.
Yep. Soul Assassin says the episode 3 game shows that scene. Hell yes. Oh yes. I think I've got that somewhere. I think I do. I don't know why I've still got all this shit. I've still got all this shit because I still have an Xbox that plays it, and a PS2 and a PS1.
That's what made the book for episode 3 more enjoyable, because it did explain most of that and went into depth about it. That's the book. In this case, the book was better than the movie, even though the movie was the best out of the 3. It was still, the book was really good. And the guy that wrote the book was like, I think he was a swordsman as well, or had some training.
And I loved General Grievous's character. I thought that was such George Lucas brilliancy with the whole, cyborg / he doesn't have the Force, but he's a lightsaber badass. He can wield 4 of them. And then, of course, my interest in that character kind of pulled me into the Clone Wars movies. And that's when you find out the lore of why he has a cough is because Mace Windu literally crushes his chest with the Force. There's a bunch of scenes that happen in the first 2 Clone War movies that came out right in between the main movies. And if you go back and watch them, they do really put in a lot of great context for you to kind of get a head start going into Revenge of the Sith. You find out why they're literally flying to go save the Chancellor. Palpatine. You find out about all that and why he got kidnapped and how, and it was all thanks to Grievous and all that shit. But definitely worth a watch if you've never seen them, and you'd like to see something cool that goes along with the prequels. I just watched a couple of seasons of the Clone Wars after that, but the kid kind of grew out of them, so we kind of stopped watching them, and he kind of started getting into other things at the time. But I'd love to go back and watch those too. I just haven't done it.
The Grievous, the story of Grievous is really interesting, and you never get any of that in the movie. And he was a general. He was a general for the what were they called? The coalition, the separatists. So he was a separatist general, and his shuttle crashed under mysterious circumstances while Darth Sidious was nearby. And they save him and they put him in a cybernetic body. I wonder why they would do such a thing. And he was told.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And he was told that it was the Republic, that the Republic sabotaged his shuttle, and that he was going to be given a chance for revenge. And then he gets handed off to Count Dooku and taught how to use a lightsaber.
Right.
So, Shelly.
There he is.
Morning.
Good morning.
Poor Jolly had to do all the cooing himself on the Friday night show. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I tried being a day walker for a little bit today, but then I guess my my routine that I've been in, like, was like, lay down for a nap. Lay down for a nap. And so I did, and I just haven't been up for but maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Holy shit. Oh no.
That was
That's not Wilfred. That's Punkwaddle.
that I trolled you.
Yeah, almost got me.
I was like, uh-oh.
It's awkward.
And it was totally on purpose. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Year after year after year. Yes.
Yeah.
The troll.
Yeah.
So what did I miss?
We were just talking old school Star Wars, old stuff that was good, not shit. We were talking about EU stuff and cool shit that happened back in the day, and before that, we were talking about panties dropping.
So not the stuff that has been cluttering the Twitter sphere and everything else.
No, but we did touch on the fact that Disney's racist, and we got tangible proof finally that we could throw in everybody's face. But that was a nice little touch. I got to admit, everything I've heard this week, that was the best news.
The question I have is, Thursday was the tapes, but Wednesday was the official Juneteenth diss track, which was made with a high enough quality equipment that I'm curious who funded it.
Disney. What do you think?
The $170 million for those shows went somewhere.
No, I'm talking about her diss track that is so inaudible that you needed the subtitles to understand because the mixing was just so terrible.
It was that mumble rap trash. It was that absolute
it wasn't. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Makini, but I think it was worse than mumble rap because it was just mixed so low and inaudible. Like, I don't think they did the speaker test or the car speaker test.
They had to because she can't.
No,
rap.
because she recorded it in 3 hours. She recorded that shit in 3 hours.
And
you can tell.
And she can't rap.
And she can't dance either.
Part of a Jamaican song in the Chicago.
I'll give it this. I'll give it this. She looks good. I'll give it that. But that's about all I can give.
Hey, the real tragedy. The real tragedy here is that is knowing that Quarter Black Garrett will never get a job with that company because they won't even hire a half black guy. Okay, so
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
It's all good. To be fair, probably keep it high because I'm like Jesus.
Anyway,
Yeah. Soul Assassin, I agree with you. Take me back to the 80s and 90s. That's what my music is. Like, it's literally a love letter to 90s hip hop.
what's wrong with little campy cheesy when it sends a clear, tangible, audible message?
Which reminds me,
Yeah.
rest in peace, Brother Marquis, lesser known name, but he was one of the guys from Two Live Crew. So Two Live Crew is now down Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquis, and the only one left now is Mr. Mix and Luke. But the rappers basically are gone now from Two Live Crew. So just lets us know that we're getting old. But yeah, 80s rap, man, that was the shit. If you were growing up in my era, like if you had a Two Live Crew, Nasty's You Want to Be unedited tape, you know, with all the cuss words, you were cool, but man, you had to watch out. Don't let parents know you had that tape.
Give me the old school kicks and snares, man. Stuff like Funky Knuckles and Blue Shaggy and stuff like that. That's what's up. House got forever.
I can't hear Mac. I just hear the
yeah.
subway. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Mac.
You know
we
what?
gotta
Mac?
give Mac a projector of like words, where he can like pop his whatever he needs to say up on like the screen, like projector thing. I don't know.
You know, Mackey's got his own like 80s, 90s rap style song.
Panties drop.
Yeah, panties drop.
Mhm.
Come on, drop 'em, baby. Make the panties drop. Make the panties drop. Come on, drop 'em, baby. Make the panties drop. Make the panties drop.
Drop it like a tot.
Drop 'em like they're hot.
Make the
Holy
panties drop.
shit. Panties drop.
Tell you, we got a hit. We got a hit. Yes, sir. Coming
A
soon.
little smooth. Take that bass for a smooth walk. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What
So
was that?
last
Oh.
week on the Cotton Council, we had I think it was 11 puppets show up for that show, which kind of blew my mind. I think that was the best turnout we've ever had as far as puppets. So it was a landmark show, put it that way,
Hell yeah.
because I don't think I've had that many puppets show up on one show before. So
Horse
nice work,
doesn't
guys.
horse doesn't count.
Well, yeah, I guess 10 and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You talking about White Horse or Caballo?
All of them.
Yeah,
All horses.
that needs to be taken to the Alpo. It needs to be taken to the Alpo plant and made into dog food.
No.
Yeah.
They go to Elmer's glue.
Yes.
They go
No.
to the glue factory.
No, you make him dog food and feed it to El Perro.
Hashtag no horse. That's all I know.
Uh,
We fought back well on the horse thing though, because
yeah.
people are finally wised up and stopped putting money on it and
Yeah.
stop paying for it.
You
That's
know, we got-
granted I don't make money from it anymore, but it is nice not watching that fucking
Yeah.
clip over and over again. So it's got its perks.
yeah, and it's
Worth it.
and we don't want people to get the wrong impression. Like, we don't hate horses. We don't hate all horses, but
Right.
We hate those
know, that-
horses.
yeah,
hate
we
those
hate those horses.
Yeah.
I'm a sheriff in Texas. There are some horses that I approve of.
Yeah.
How the
Those
West
good
is
horses.
won. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. We don't try to clump all the horses into one horse category by no means.
Right.
At some point, you have enough glue.
But there's some horses that just, you just can't be in public with them. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shit all over the floor and yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a horse and a troll.
It's true. It's true. Especially if that troll's name's Wilton.
Yeah.
Wilford? What is it?
Yeah.
Walden?
Wilbur.
Walton. Yeah, there you go.
Wilbur?
Wilbur.
That's the name of a horse, right? Yeah. Oh.
It's funny.
A horse is a horse, of course. A pepper the horse to be.
I've purposely misspelled Wilton's name in the
For 2 years.
intro for 3 years straight now. It's been a different name every time. Good stuff. Some things are just some jokes just last. They stick around
Forever.
Yeah. If it's still
Right.
funny.
Holy shit. 7 days, mate.
Oh shit.
All right.
Wait, no hockey? Oh, that's tomorrow. Sorry.
That's tomorrow night, yeah.
We might not. I don't think we're going to do a show tomorrow night because we're going to wait till the whole fucking thing's over because the Edmonton Oilers are now back in it. So the whole thing, it'll be like August before the Stanley Cup Finals finished. I think. Did the chick flash her tits again so they'd win?
That'd be the only thing that would make it interesting now. That's it. Other than that, it's who cares?
Wait,
Get
what?
it over with. Finish it. Finish them.
Finish him.
Finish him. So I might take tomorrow night off and we'll do a
Dun,
show.
dun, dun, dun,
Well,
dun,
I'll-
dun.
well, say tomorrow night off. Maybe I'll tune into the Cotton Council. Who knows?
I don't know if you want to watch
So-
that show. It's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
So who do we want to win the
Well, I
cup?
didn't want the Oilers to win because if Connor McDavid wins a Stanley Cup, we'll never ever hear the end of it. Like that's all we'll hear for the next year. Oh yeah, so here we are at the Dallas Stars Colorado Avalanche game season opener. Now let's look back at Connor McDavid winning the Stanley Cup. It'll be like that for years. Like
Stone up.
Just-
Give me just a minute. You're in charge. I'm empty.
so, yeah. Not that I've got.
We're low,
I don't
we're low.
particularly care, but I think for that reason, I would have
So-
preferred the Oilers not to win. But there you go.
I still don't know what he wants me to do when he says that.
I don't know. What does he want? What do you want from me?
In the stream, and everybody leaves, and he comes back in his point.
Mm,
All right, everybody,
So
tuck
what-
and roll.
what have we all been talking about?
Well, we were kind of reminiscing on Star Wars when it was good, and
Our Schwartz, yes.
yeah, a long time ago. Galaxy far, far away.
Galaxy far, far away. Where
Yeah.
Did you say our Schwartz?
Our Schwartz. It's a famous reference, and when the first Star Wars movie was out in the UK, some wag changed the lettering on the sign in one of the big cinemas to say R Schwartz, ARSWARTS.
Okay.
And
'cause
someone
then-
took a photograph of it. I think you can still find that on the internet somewhere. But R
is that why they
Schwartz.
said your Schwartz is as big as mine?
Something like that? Yes, absolutely.
Speaking of which, they're actually doing a Spaceballs 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Heard that.
Why? would be the
I don't
question.
know. Mel Brooks is like attached to it, but he's like 126, so I don't know how much he's going to be involved.
Oh no, that just
Yeah.
I mean, History of the World Part 2 is one thing, but Star Wars Part 2?
Spaceballs.
I did like Tom Connors' name for it though. Spaceballs 3: The Search for Spaceballs 2.
The only way
It's a great title.
the only way this works is if they can pull Rick Moranis off his ass off the couch.
Yeah.
If they can pull him out, maybe.
Bill Pullman's still around, isn't he? Bill Pullman?
Oh yeah, he's still around.
He's still around.
We ain't got John Candy anymore though.
No.
He was kind
You just know they're gonna fuck it up.
and what's her name? Who Joe
Someone's got them.
By
what
Mac.
Mac, he does that a lot. What's her name?
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That she's gone too.
God, it's been a while since I watched this.
So a couple of the main characters technically aren't there anymore. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. If they follow the prequels, then maybe something could be funny out of it. But if it's like a direct sequel to the movie, then it's
I think
yeah.
they should just do a complete bait and switch. Call it Spaceballs 2, but make it a parody of Dune.
just a complete bait and switch.
That could work.
It would, yeah. But
Get people talking anyway.
Yeah, I just don't think it's. What's the point? There's no point. It's been done.
Well, we
It's
need good parodies.
Hollywood. They're out of fucking creative people, so they have to keep going back to the well.
You know what? Instead of parodies, I think we just need those good B-rate movies that are pretty decent, pretty fun, kind of hokey and cheesy, but like you'd still even go to the movie and see it because it's fun enough. Like that would be the parody of the current climate, I think.
Baseball.
Yeah,
Kind of like when the Babylon Bee said that, well, it's hard to parody real life anymore.
yeah. I mean, you can't. You can't
Like
it's beyond parody now.
Right.
And I think Galaxy beyond parody would be the way it opens.
Yeah,
we're just-
life is finally imitating art. You know.
Yeah, you can't
well,
make
yeah.
good humor in an era where things are so nuts. It's just you can't. Well, not in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, apparently, Josh Gad is like the main dude involved or whatever, and it's like, what the? I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do? It's like, please don't tell me he's like, the son of Lone Star or whatever. I'm like, there's no way that, Princess freaking Vespa and Lone Star created that fat fuck.
Yeah, right. Like that guy's terrible. He's not even funny.
he's not. No, he's not.
He's the
Well,
one.
I don't know. He played a pretty good snowman.
He did. What? Oh,
He was the voice for Olaf.
should I be offended by this? Oh,
I
never
think you
mind.
should just let it go. Nobody's getting it.
Oh, Pugwaddle. Boo.
The thing is, I make these kind of jokes and funnier jokes on the Cotton Council. It's just everybody's talking
Every
over
Saturday night.
everybody, so nobody can hear me. But on shows like Loki's Chill Friday evening shows, everybody can hear what I have to say. It's a really weird phenomenon.
We're trying to fix that a little bit. I'm going to fine tune it a bit. Yeah, me and Floral been cooking. We're gonna do Muppet News tomorrow night. That's gonna kind of get our show going and hopefully kind of bring some kind of connection out of the chaos, so to speak.
Order to chaos.
Order to chaos. Cotton connection. Yeah.
Punkwaddle makes funnier jokes than who? When?
He's had a couple singers,
When Punk, when he's on, he's on. Okay, when he's on, he's on.
Thank you, Makini.
It's just not all the time. It's just not all the time. That's the thing. That's the problem. It's just...
Sometimes getting a word in edgewise, just so people know you're still there and paying attention, or just haven't your hands falling asleep. You got to say something.
Exactly.
Well,
So let me ask.
Sorry, I was gonna say the one moment that blew my mind and everybody on the show and the chat was the night Pugwaddle flipped the fuck out, and
the 50th anniversary.
I think I remember that too. I was like,
it was classic. Yeah.
Well, you've been asking me for 50 episodes or 49 episodes. Say something, act out, do something, get mad, just do something different. I said okay.
Hold on.
So if we last another 50 episodes, just be ready for what happens on the 100th episode.
I don't like where Mackie's going with this. Where are you going with this?
No, I just wanted to share there's a 400Z, like the park right across from me.
You're going to be filming somebody stealing a catalytic converter, and you were going to get mugged for it.
Carjacking 101.
Yeah.
Shut your ass up.
Either that or
someone would assault you for it.
Well, that's San Fran's 70s, so you probably come around the corner and see somebody taking a shit.
Yeah.
And it ain't anywhere near my car. That's all I can say.
Good.
My car. Else we're gonna have a serious problem.
Well, it's a parking garage, so you might want to watch out for guys with swords too.
Or girls with penises.
if it's San Francisco.
Well, yeah.
Late
That's
night
true.
show. Yes.
Oh, to the late night show. Welcome to the late night show.
Hell, if you want to see someone taking a dump in the street, just watch our president. He takes a shit everywhere. Everywhere he goes, he's like,
You gotta admit that'd be kind of liberating, wouldn't it? Really. Fuck you. I'm just doing
and
it.
the way he looks at Jill when he does it too, he's like, and you know when she's looking at him, like, you know, she's like she's like brown pants down. Get the Secret Service here ASAP. Brown pants down. Brown pants down.
The football is down.
I made Poopy's face.
Yeah, he's been Camp David for a few days so he can prep for his big debate.
Yeah.
I'm with Loki. I don't think he's going to make it to the debate.
No, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna make it to the debate, but I think he's gonna go down at the debate, and everyone's gonna blame Trump for it, and then Kamala swoops in.
He's everybody's saying that he wasn't gonna shit his pants. Watch, it's gonna actually happen. It's gonna actually happen. It's gonna be a moment where he just like pauses up, and it turns out everybody finds out, yeah, he just shat his pants.
He's going to be pumped so full of drugs he'll barely be able to twitch. Never mind you that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about the rules that they're putting out there for that shit?
Just to
like,
protect
okay,
them.
they're gonna sit down. They're gonna be sitting during the debate. They're not gonna be standing during the debate. They're gonna be sitting during the debate. Biden's gonna have a button that kills Trump's audio.
Yeah.
What?
Right?
Of course.
Yes, Biden's gonna have a button that he can push to kill Trump's audio. There's not gonna be any audience there. I'm like, wow, the amount of bending over backwards you were doing for
It's a waste of time.
Holy shit.
Or Trump just doesn't give him the finger and say fuck it and not show up. Or walk off stage. I mean, he could do that too.
He doesn't show up. He doesn't show up, and somehow he still wins.
Well,
So
Yeah. It's a waste of time.
It's just a waste of time. It's just all a shit show. So just get hey guys, listen. I support neither side on this, but get ready. Just get ready because YouTube censorship is going to ramp up in the next couple of months. Get ready.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They going to ramp it up.
Twitter's probably gonna be the same way too. You're probably gonna saying anything. So
even with Elon, yeah, they'll find a way.
Yeah, they'll pressure Elon into giving in to freedom of speech for the duration of the.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny. I'm just in back just watching.
Before the debate even happened.
Yeah, it's just a farce.
Some of us are already freaking suppressed on our reach in social media. You know, like.
Well, there's a reason why there's a lot of YouTube shenanigans going on.
Oh, yeah.
See this AI chat thing that's happening with you see with you go into a stream and there's a live chat and a box pops up. Are you guys getting that too? AI, and it's a summary. It's a summary of what's in the chat, and that's a bit spooky.
Well, like it's really fun. Like what on Loki's chat? It's like people are greeting each other and talking about Star Wars. What?
The 70s. Did you hear about the AI I had to deal with when they wouldn't let me live stream, even though I didn't get a strike?
Didn't know. I didn't.
Okay, let me tell you something. That is the most wacky ass shit. I would rather be talking to Donji over on Dakalakabaka Street than dealing with the AI that is like just doesn't understand what you're talking about.
But was it like a speaking AI?
No,
or just a chat.
So to contact YouTube support, you have to go through their online chat system.
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like, "Hi, my name is I can't even remember
Chatbot
what it
and
was.
such like that.
Adian, and I'm like, that's a weird name, Adian, right?
Adian,
And
yeah, something like that.
so I go through all the shit. I'm like, listen, this is what's going on. This is what you guys are doing. I got a warning. I didn't get a strike. I got a warning. I explained all this. And the response I got like 5 days later, after the problem was solved, was we looked at the violation you had, and it does indeed seem you received a warning.
Well, yeah, you said that.
I'm like, yeah,
just told
I
you that.
fucking told you all that 5 days ago that I got a warning, but it wasn't letting me live stream. And so I respond to that, and it kicks it up like another level. And I got a response from them, and then it kicked it up another level. And finally, I'm pretty sure I got a human, because it was like, yeah, we looked, and you have the ability to live stream. I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's been like 2 weeks since I opened this investigation.
Yeah.
And now, but I said, I received a warning. I didn't receive a strike, but you guys treated it like a strike, and I couldn't live stream.
They just want you to go away and stop bothering them.
God help me. 2 weeks down the road, and I'm like,
but even when you get eventually to a real person, you just get nothing out of them. You get nothing out of the real person.
I think I know the limit to what I can post on the community tab, because one of my community tab posts was taken down immediately.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Well,
was it a pair of panties dropping?
No, it was a sketch. It was a sketch I did while I was at work on Wednesday. And
was
I think
it
just
panties
because
dropping? A sketch of panties dropping?
Shut up. No, it was just because the angle looked like the girl was actually riding, looked like it was actually riding on a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to take that down.
Yeah.
Very suggestive. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little too spicy.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
she,
really.
She was riding on a pony, or what?
No, she was right. No, she was on top. It looked like she was on top. Let's put it that way, from your point of view. She was on top.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I think that was kind of my limit.
There's the thing that's really annoying me recently about YouTube and its algorithm is the copyright claims by people who don't own the copyright of something, like fake copyright claims. And these are
oh yeah,
the algorithm is people that, I got a copyright claim, at British military funerals they play the last post, little trumpet song, it's been played for God knows how many decades, 100 years, 150 years. British military funerals and ceremonies. Same as taps. Someone copyright claimed that's played at military funerals, British military funerals all over the world, has been for decades. Snatch of that in one of my videos, somebody playing that got copyright claimed by somebody. Yeah. And I submitted the dispute. You got to start somewhere. I said, this isn't only wrong, this is offensive that these people, that some Dutch or South African or something TV show or something, have copyright claimed this. It's an offense to veterans and the war dead of the Commonwealth that these people dare copyright claim this tune that is used for these purposes. I've not heard anything back from them, but if I lose that dispute, I'm going to try and take that all the way. And I tweeted about it to the Royal Canadian Legion and British Legion and other organizations. They said, you do realize that somebody is copyrighting the last post on YouTube and claiming they own it. This is the kind of thing, that's the fourth instance of this kind of thing I've had. This is the worst because of the implications of it.
Well, I dealt with a copyright bug that was going after me for music I was using, and ended up they weren't who they were claiming to be. They got wiped. Their entire thing got wiped, and YouTube eventually figured out what they were doing. But I just had to keep reporting them and saying, no, this is not yours. This is free music. And I even had a lawyer call up the company they were claiming to be because I was sick and tired of it. And they said, we are not claiming anything from this person.
Yes.
We have no idea what you're talking about. And that's how I had to deal with it. Is anybody in here a Lara Croft fan? Like original OG Lara Croft?
I played Tomb Raider.
Probably not as well versed as say like, Melanie Mac or anything like that. But yeah, I've always had appreciation for the OG Lara Croft, especially after she's been, thrown through the ringer and back lately. So.
Machni, I need a favor from you.
Yes.
You got to help us make her panties drop.
What if an AI? Why do you have an AI? What's the AI? I'm curious.
I got a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
I got a bunch of them.
Is it stable diffusion?
No. This is from a buddy of mine who basically makes a living doing all sorts of things that I can't even post on here.
Yeah, it's making livings off the AI generated stuff now too, which is very
yes they
interesting.
are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes they are. So here's another little hold on, because it's loading. I'm like, why are you taking so long, bitch? It's a huge file. Huge.
It's so good. And to be fair, it was like with the AI, they do a better job of actually giving you, an actual legitimately Lore should be looking like in stuff nowadays, minus the fingers and a couple of other things that you can easily point out if you zoom in real close.
Yeah.
There's a couple of big gigabytes in there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's
deep.
I'm very mixed on the AI generated stuff right now. But because Adobe has been getting in front of it for well deserved. Adobe's getting in front of it, and I've said people, and I'm like, this is why I stopped using Creative Cloud years ago. Because of Adobe's grading practices and how they try to put a ring around, try to pull the ring around you on that one. But because a lot of stuff is pushing towards AI generated content, a lot of artists are very mad about that. A lot of artists are very, artists feel, do feel threatened by that and such. But at the same time, my stance with AI is this: I think it's a great tool to use that. I think it's a great tool to help you, but it's not meant to replace for me. I use, and I will openly admit to that, at least one or two drawings I've done recently, I found an AI, I got ideas from it from an AI pic. An AI generated picture.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a great tool to gather ideas for stuff. And then I just kind of draw it out,
Well, Machni, there's your girl right there. There's your Eve.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's so weird. You know what the weird thing about the algorithm is though? One of the weirdest, I had a 20-minute gameplay video of Stellar Blade, and this was before that 6-hour finale stream that I did last weekend. That video was one of my highest viewed videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's so weird how kind of the more useless stuff can end up being the algorithm catches it or something, and it just gets so many views and it skyrockets. It's like
I
when the
do
stuff
think there's
you
something.
want. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think there's something to be said about the different time length and averages that kind of fall into different categories, I think. Because, for a while, people were saying if you put out a 6 to 7 minute video, it'll get picked up quicker. But then, live streams will get picked up a certain way, and little videos will get picked up a certain way. But finding that sweet spot of your content in a time frame where people are willing to digest it is I don't know. I think it's an ever changing.
You know what the weird thing was is that one of my highest viewed videos was that demonization of femininity video, that commentary video that was over an hour long.
Yeah.
It was over an hour long, but that got a lot of traffic. And for me, and I'm like, because I got another commentary video that I'm going to be doing, and it's all about Black Myth Wukong and the drama around it, and that one's going to be over an hour long, and I assume that's going to, do pretty well, just because it's a current topic, and I'm probably a week late on it, but whatever. I do stuff because I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Plus, people seem to like the long form commentary video style that I do, because it's almost like a video essay that I do, because there's a lot of editing, a lot of trickery that I do with it, which it works for me. And by the way, Loki, I am spending so much more time with Power Director. I am spending so much more time. I'm picking things up. I already understand. I'm able to make stuff quicker because I know how to like hotkeys to just split videos up, edit real quick and stuff like that. I'm getting there. I'm learning.
Hell yeah, brother.
I love
that's
it.
what I like to hear.
I love it. It takes a while to load up stuff because there's a lot of things, because it does eat up a bit of space.
Yes, it does.
Depending on how big your video file is.
Can I ask a question of one of you YouTube experts, seeing that I'm the noob in here? All right, I posted a short. How long does it take for the real-time views to catch up with the actual views and show it as your legitimate views?
Forever.
Okay.
Forever.
All right, because now
it's a funny thing about view count, Mark, because it's like I'll finish and Loki is double test to this. Like, we'll finish a show, but it will show we'll finish a stream, and it'll be 6 views at the start. Yeah. Well, you have more than that.
It'll say it's been live for 18 hours right after you finish, and you're like, what in the hell?
Well, the reason why
you have to give it time to let the views roll in.
Okay, because I'm looking at real time. I'm just watching real time on the short that I posted, and
I wouldn't follow real time, to be honest, because it takes a while. For some reason, it takes a while for them to start counting the actual views.
Because it's showing 200. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say give it an hour. I would say wait until an hour or so. It'll start rolling in.
It's showing that the short has 217 views, but if you look at the short itself, it has 33. So that's that weird number.
It's very inconsistent.
Okay.
They tend to catch up with themselves. So, occasionally I'll upload shorts of my Dobermans, and when I first look at it, I'd be like, oh, it's got maybe 100 views or something like that, and then all of a sudden I'll check back an hour later, I get off a stream or something like that, and it's ballooned up to 1,200 or 600 or 900, something crazy, which is great, but at the same time, it's you never know. I look at YouTube a lot like a slot machine. You just keep pulling the handle. See what happens.
Okay.
Someone asked for Tippa. So there you go. There's your cowgirl Tippa.
Mark.
Yeah.
Just upload whatever the hell you want to upload, man.
Oh, I am.
Don't chase the algorithm. Don't chase.
I'm not chasing. I'm looking at. I'm just looking. This is the first 2 shorts I posted in 4 years, and I'm gonna have to thank a certain screaming redhead for them. So it's her. It's something that she did in one of my streams, the Fortnite stream today, that it's getting popped real heavy. So, but I was just looking at it. I was just watching real time, watching it tick away, and I was wondering how long it took to jump over to show as true count instead of just what's being shown right now, as compared to what's being shown. And I'm not going to chase the algorithm. There's no way in hell because nobody can guess that.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun. That's all I want to do is have fun and get yelled at.
Mark likes getting yelled at. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, I get yelled at all the time. Most time it's me starting it. So today was a good example of that.
Well, your first mistake was playing Fortnite.
Well, I didn't play Fortnite first. I played Lords of Waterdeep first. You got yelled at.
Kick ass, Psychodorp 9. Keep kicking ass, brother.
I wasn't trying to say any F words tonight.
that doesn't work with when you're playing Fortnite with certain people. That doesn't work. I don't think I could ever
was
be
the F word, but yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Okay. I thought you were going in a different direction. That's why I would not be safe playing with you guys because I would be censored heavily.
And something to keep in mind, Mark, is like sometimes just like I just aim for small goals, to be honest.
That's what I'm doing.
I have this goal where I try to get like 5 to 10 subs a week, and we keep hitting it every time. And I think it was just thanks to my schedule, just doing video, because I think what I'm noticing now is YouTube is leaning. I said this last week. YouTube is leaning more. They're starting encouraging people to make more videos now.
Okay.
To start putting out more video content. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Than relying so heavily on live streams. But that's just me. That's what I'm noticing.
Well, a lot of my video content does come from the live streams. I cut a lot from the live streams to make video content.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I didn't want to take the conversation over with that. I just wanted to ask that question because, like I said, I'm the noob at it. I've only been.
You're doing fine, man. You're doing fine.
You just had to bring up Fortnite.
I brought up the F word, as Punkwaddle said. Sorry.
And Arwen smelling gasoline. Is that gasoline I smell? As she throws the cigarette and blows the gas station up while the truck's still pumping gas.
More like huffing the gasoline instead of smelling it. She was huffing it.
At least Rudolph isn't here. I mean, if Rudolph was here and when you brought up Fortnite, I mean, there might
lose it.
Okay. I just,
all right.
I felt bad. I felt Rudolph got traumatized that night.
Oh, he's been traumatized.
I can't even. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I can't even remember the last time I popped in Fortnite.
I can't even remember. Please.
You know what? I'll hop on there and play with every once in a while. I'll play with Mark and Arwen or Arlena or something. But I'm not a Fortnite guy. I have become the Zen master of I just want to play my game in peace and run and gun and comp stomp and do what I want to do. I can't do the MMO shit and all that crap anymore. I just can't.
I think.
Go ahead, Mackie. Go ahead.
I think I'm kind of the same, but I think it's just because I'm busy with other things, so I don't really. And I just I feel like with me, multiplayer titles are now, I see them as like gacha games to me on my phone. It's like that's a huge time investment for me.
Yeah.
It's just a way huge time investment.
Have you seen that meme?
I'm not committed to it as much as I used to.
Have you seen that meme from Rogue One where the Imperial officer is like, "So you don't play online games anymore?" And Homeboy's like, "It's a quiet life." That's pretty much like where I'm at now. I'm just like, you know what? I play single player now. It's a quiet life.
Yeah,
I enjoy. I'm going through Mass Effect 3 again. I've got Total War Warhammer 3 with all the DLC and all the bells and whistles from all the other games and all that shit. If I want to play a war game, I can play a war game. I've got I've got the entire what is it? The Kingdom Hearts thing. I've got that entire, all of them, every possible game I can play, and I haven't played those in like 20 years.
So I forgot I had those.
P68.
Well, I'm playing a 15-year-old game that's getting the most views out of all my live streams. I'm playing Warhammer Quest, and I'm having fun playing it. I mean, it's a 15-year-old game.
I've been playing Star Wars.
Which I need to catch up watching you play Star Wars. I haven't had a chance.
Mike and he's getting dinner.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
just, yeah, it's just like that's what I was thinking. I was like, there really isn't any game that I'm legitimately excited for nowadays. To be honest, I'm serious.
I'm playing this one
Unless
first,
it,
and then I'm gonna play the sequel on the PS5. But I remember everybody liked this game when it came out. I think I watched Jay play it for a couple nights.
Oh, the ending's absolutely badass. The ending's one. It's a great ending.
Yeah. So
I got kind of
enjoying
bored
it.
in the middle, and I kind of had to push myself to keep going. But once I got to the end, because I knew what was going to happen at the end, that's what
Right.
I was looking forward to. And holy shit, is that an
like
experience?
you said, we covered. I invite Loki and Snowed Up to the showcase stream. There was not that many titles that really stuck out to me that I was like, oh, I gotta play this. It was just a lot of it was just kind of mid, really, to be honest. Like between that Summer Games Fest, just an entire week of just game showcases, like only 2 games stood out to me, and both of those were indie titles.
Yeah.
That's why I think that those are the ones that are going to be much more interesting to me. Is basically indie, retro indie, or indie or double A, or basically anything Eastern, anything made by Eastern developers. Western triple A to me it just doesn't wow me as much as it used to, and it's just there's too much baggage and too much ish going on. Like, did you tell me y'all saw Jean Grey? Tell me y'all saw Jean Grey in the Wolverine game. There's a leak of Jean Grey and how she looks in the Wolverine game. Oh my god. She looks worse than Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2.
Really?
Fuck. Yes, look it up. It's so bad.
No.
You know,
It's an early build, I get it, but it's so bad. It's Insomniac, man. What the fuck?
Okay, you got Konami doing Metal Gear Solid Delta. Have you seen what the boss looks like?
Yeah, I saw what the boss looks like. It's not too bad.
I'm worried about Eva. I'm worried what they're going to do to Eva. I am
Big
so
Boss,
freaking worried because she was freaking hot as hell in Metal Gear Solid 3.
I know one game that dropped. I know one game that was revealed and that everybody lost their mind was the Marvel versus Capcom collection.
Yes. I've got the damn cabinet though. What do I, you
got the MVC2 cabinet.
I've got the cabinet. Okay, that's the thing. It's like, am I gonna get it? Yeah, because I'm gonna get a hard copy of it for PS4 just to have it. But I'm still like,
I don't think MVC2 is gonna be crossplay though. And plus, they're skipping out the next gen part, so it's probably gonna be.
It's not coming out on Xbox.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, look at there, the thing that they're coming out with a remake of that, or not a remake.
Yeah, it's a remaster. Yeah, I think it's a remaster of the thing. Yeah,
they're gonna fix some of the quirks about it, because if you haven't played it, it's one of those really hard games where you really have to watch how much health you use, how much ammo you use, and there's some specs on it that they were trying new stuff. It was kind of one of the first AI type of games where you kind of control other guys and what they did, and it was interesting. It was trendy. What would you call it? Kind of groundbreaking, actually, because of the AI stuff. But it definitely had its quirks. Like, you could tell, like, things weren't quite fine tuned. So if they make a really good remaster of that,
do they use cutscenes from the movie? Do they use cutscenes from the movie in it, or is it just strictly the game?
It's actually what you would consider a proper sequel. It picks up after what happens at the end of the movie. And
for what we heard, the director is actually a big gamer. He actually goes on Twitter all the time talking about games. I was like,
John Carpenter,
it's crazy.
It's approval. He says right on the back. Yeah.
John Carpenter
John
signed
Carpenter's
off on all of it.
He's a big gamer. Yeah,
but you actually track down. You're looking for McCready because he disappeared, and so the whole game is kind of revolves around tracking him down, seeing what happened, and it leads you down just a rabbit hole of more crazy shit
Mhm.
than you could possibly imagine. Right? It's a good story. I liked it, and
But
so
you
maybe
definitely
that-
find out it gives you an answer from what you know.
yeah,
You kind of know at the end of the thing what's going on. You know that McCready's not the thing, and you know he's talking to the thing, and they're actually
right.
sitting there having a conversation. But it establishes everything that happens after that. So you finally know for a fact who was who and what was what.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of a sequel, so it's not like lore or anything like that, but it's definitely uh, definitely a worthy type of sequel. Because back when that came out, there was nothing else to really go to.
Nothing
Besides,
else like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then of course they made the prequel, which was meh. But I did like the last 5 minutes of it.
Oh yeah, when it's like you've got the music from the original movie, you've got all the scenes that you're going to see when McCready goes in there and sees everything. So it's establishing everything you see when McCready sees it, and then the dog running off, and them going to catch the damn dog in the helicopter. I
Yeah,
thought that was
I like that
brilliant.
Yeah, that part was pretty awesome.
Everything else,
Yeah, well, here's how they fucked up. So they promised us practical effects. They shot it with practical effects, and then some ass wipe on the head up Hollywood studio
executive.
executive prick looked at it and said, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work. We need to go CGI." So they literally CGI'd over all the practical effects. Reshot a bunch of shit, and well, that's what you got. It was a nice shit burger movie. Especially when you see the end, the ending of it, the final boss monster or whatever. Oh god, it's so horrible. But long story short, there's a cut of that film with the practical effects. And I always kind of wish they would have put it back together and put it out. That way we could see what it was supposed to be. But they fucked up, and the box office proved it. So
sad.
now they're gonna make a sequel. Bloomhouse is attached. John Carpenter is attached. I spoke to John Carpenter personally at a con last year. He got a lot of questions at a panel we were at, and we're hopeful. Bloomhouse. I thought they knocked it out of the park with that first Halloween movie they did. But the next two were kind of stupid. They progressively got kind of worse, I think. But we'll see. If they keep it practical effects, they got a chance. But if they go CGI stupid, then it's just gonna flop again because you can't compare it to the original John Carpenter rendition with Rob Bottin and his practical effects. It's kind of like the top of the mountain when it comes to movies to look at that did it right.
Yeah, but the question is there anybody left alive that can do that job? Because it's not a thing. It's not a thing anymore. No one does shit like that anymore. And most of the badass OG guys, they're gone. You got a couple of them left, but most of them are gone.
Greg Nicotero is still doing it. I mean, that'd probably be one of my go-tos.
Rick Baker's gone.
Yeah, Rob Bottin disappeared too. The guy who did the original thing, practical effects. But yeah, you're right, Loki. There's not very many left.
I mean, it's possible that somebody out in Asia or somewhere might be doing stuff like that. Who knows? But nobody can think of in Hollywood.
Right.
You got to go to Dollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been keeping up with the Korean monster movies as much, but they seem to have a bit of digital and practical effects.
They've got both, but they are still doing a lot of practical stuff, a lot of wire work, and fight stuff.
Speaking of monster movies, and I kind of I fell asleep when I first started watching it because I was watching it at a time of day when I tend to fall asleep. But I'm like somewhere, somewhere in the middle ish of Godzilla minus one on Netflix. And
Great movie.
yeah, I was like, I remember all the stuff you said about it, Loki, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. hmm
Well, and you know what? Thank you for bringing that up. Shin Godzilla. The Shin Godzilla was the movie they made, the last movie they made before minus one. That was a completely CGI Godzilla. Was Shin Godzilla. Godzilla minus one. Practical effects. You've got a guy in an actual suit mixed with CGI. Which one looks better? I can tell you exactly which one's better. It's the one with the practical guy in a damn suit, along with all the digital extras that go along with it. That's what freaking looks better. They did some badass shit in Shin Godzilla with like laser beams coming out of his back and heat rays and all that shit, but it doesn't come close to what they did with Godzilla and Godzilla minus one. You will never convince me that that is the way to go, is complete CGI. Because they've done that, and it's a problem. They've done it before. They did it before Shin Godzilla, and it was one of the lowest ranking Godzilla movies of all time. Even though it's badass and has a whole bunch of combat in it, it's Godzilla Final Wars. Why? Because there's a whole bunch of CGI bullshit in it. They didn't use real monsters, and they didn't do a lot of the shit they should have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm like somewhere in the middle of it. I need to get back on there and finish it, but and I don't know, spoiler alerts or whatever. If for some reason somebody hasn't seen it, but like at the beginning or whatever, when he was just like like a wee monster, and
Cute little baby monster.
and he attacked the airfield,
Yep.
and oh man, and then later on, the dude is out on the boat or whatever with the other guys, I think, but he's like, that's Godzilla. He's gotten bigger. I don't know how, but he's gotten bigger, and but yeah, no, the freaking, the acting and everything, and the effects. Yeah, it's really, everybody that's talked up Godzilla minus one is not leading you astray. So.
Yeah, it's one of only 2 movies I've seen at the cinema this year. One of only, and it was minus color.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Yeah,
I saw it in 4DX, which is the rumble seats and the smell-o-vision and all that shit, and then the minus color.
Because it's a bit of a trick for me to get to cinema, so I really, really have to want to go. But that was great. And then the only other movie I've been to see was Korean movie The Roundup Punishment, which is another kick-ass movie. But yeah, Godzilla minus one, fabulous movie. It's what movies should be. Really.
Brandon, the anime guy, says he's taking a tire to bed. Tire off to bed. Later, y'all. All right, enjoy bed with your tire.
There's going to be some rubber getting burnt in that bed.
Yeah.
Eat my rubber. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Time to burn dust. Eat my rubber.
Yeah. Hey, watch out! It might be a little bit homicidal.
Night, Brandon.
I don't know if anyone else has seen that movie.
I know of it
with the killer tire. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. That's exactly what I was
The
thinking
killer
too.
tire.
It's just an angry tire.
It's angry, like Mark the Infinitely Tired.
You should tread carefully.
Not angry tonight.
What is up? Sean from the Sundowners Club says, "What a motley crew. We try. We're just chilling. It's the end of the day. We're working our way up to midnight, and we're almost there. And we're probably going to be getting off here in just a minute. So, thank you though for popping in.
I usually get off when there's a booty break.
Yeah. Yeah.
A booty break. I know we had those. Do we have a booty break? I don't think we have booty break. We got a tuck and roll, but we don't have a booty break.
You know, it's like I was saying, Loki, earlier when you were going to reload your drink. Just different energy on a Friday night versus a Saturday night.
You know, speaking of getting off, nobody has uttered the words panties drop lately.
Like 20 minutes, yeah.
It's a good hit. I'm telling you.
We have a soundtrack to that now.
I think so.
We do.
I think it's
We
Jam.
do. Where are you? Where are you? Hold on. Panties. Drop. Panties.
Anyway,
Drop. Panties drop and the panties drop. Ooh.
That sounds like it'd be the original version.
Yeah.
And then
No.
maybe the hip hop remix, panties drop,
That-
drop, bitches.
Ooh.
That is how the pennies drop in Mother Russia.
That is how the panties drop.
Panties drop you in Russia.
Yeah. Yeah. In
Wait.
Russia, you do not drop pennies.
Where did all
Pennies
that
drop
start?
you.
In Russia? In Russia, panties drop you. Where did all that start? That reversing of everything in Russia? Was that a Robin Williams thing?
Might have been.
I can't remember. I just
Oh wait, Loki, you got a morning show tomorrow.
No, I don't.
Well, not
Alright.
your channel, but you're
On
are you
Brandon's,
gonna-
yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be on Brandon. That's early.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
7 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's
early
not
show.
that early here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's an hour after your show usually goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's back. He had to make the panties drop.
You know what?
the Magic Man.
Hell am I a white nipple? What the fuck?
You're not. No, we see you. You're
we can see you.
bubblegum.
We can see
You're
you.
bubblegum.
Yeah, we
Nope.
see your
So
boobs.
weird. That's so weird. This stuff though. That's weird. This is weird.
It's weird.
You know what else is weird? You know what else is weird, Maki?
What's that?
The way you make the panties drop. Panties drop.
Ooh, the panties drop. Panties drop.
See,
Mocking making the panties drop.
Marcani's guaranteed to make the panties drop because he can draw them that way.
That's right.
You know, you could
Right.
get a whole mashup montage of Machini's just straight, just stop it, guys. Just stop it, blank face.
Yeah. Because like I said earlier,
Panties drop.
I'm taking a quote from
Panties
Mexican Iron
drop.
Man. Find new material.
Panties will drop.
I'm just saying that only works so well for Mexican Iron Man too.
No, it didn't.
Panties drop. Panties will drop. Panties will drop. Panties drop and panties will drop.
Like
Just to hear the
superhero
trailer voiceover now. This summer, in a big galaxy far away, panties will drop.
Don't even start.
She's wearing a sundress.
panties.
Just for him.
Yeah.
Panties drop and the panties
said it couldn't be
will drop.
He said it could be done, and I told him not to.
The house of marketing, making panties drop, panties drop. Ooh.
You know, okay, Machini. Here's the deal. We would get new material, but we kind of like what we got. So, I have a suggestion. Okay, you teach Mexican Iron Man how to draw, so he can draw the dropping panties, and then you start jumping out of windows of MILF houses, and there we go. That
I'm not as athletic as he is right now, so I don't know if I could be able to do that now.
You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about being athletic Because it'll be like the opening scene in House of the Dragon, except Allison will like reach down her own corset and pull the panties up. Like she just like, but she's gonna bring them up. Like they were attached, but she just reached down her corset.
Yeah.
And you can take the part of Kristen Cole.
Well, one yank and they're off. Yeah.
Because the panties drop. There you go. The hell? Why is my phone going off?
And
those panties are not to be sniffed at.
and Punk Waddle can take the role of the baby. Oh man, is that too soon?
What? I mean, just because I'm small. I mean, is this like in Roger Rabbit where like the baby just has that little top to hair, but is really a grown man? He just has to talk Google.
Yeah, smoking a stogie. Yeah, where's my stogie? Yeah.
I mean,
Quack, 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 quack. Stogie.
The government has suppressed discussions and actions that could lead to a significant change.
What the hell is Makani reading?
I don't know.
He's reading the legal contract for this show.
Sorry, I'm working on the video right now. That's my bad.
Oh no! All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna start with Snowdub. Snowdub, what do you got coming up, brother?
Tomorrow night we got the Cotton Council returning once again for another great show. We got our female representation coming back after a long hiatus. Yes, G Iggity, the dentist appointment has finally concluded, and she will be back showing off them pearly whites with her zingers and her funny jokes. And we love having G Iggity around because she truly is our female representation.
Yeah. And all 8 titties. Don't forget that.
All 8 of them, yes. And
8 whole titties.
After my show, we usually go to Boobs and Boredom with 70s Rock Fan, but he's not doing his show, so
not happening tomorrow. No.
Well, that's okay because DJ Ronnie G has contacted me and he wants to put the gang back together for Mario Kart after Cotton Council. So I think we're going to give that another go.
So you'll have to take your own Boobs and Boredom to that. Yeah.
But we're going to Mario Kart our boobs and have Boredom together. Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Mark, what do you got coming up?
Probably karaoke tomorrow night over Deliciously Evil. And Monday through Friday, I will be streaming at noon till usually about an hour and a half. So noon, hour and a half, 2 hours, noon to 2 Central Time. And don't know if I'll be gaming with Mary or not. She hasn't said anything, so therefore that one's up there. But that's usually on Tuesdays.
Okay. 70s. Are you doing dinner, lunch, supper, afternoon tea, second breakfast? What are you doing, bro?
Breakfast, I think.
Second breakfast.
Second breakfast, then second lunch. Coming up for me on my channel on Monday, we are going to be talking about Rock and Roll High School, the 1979
Forever and ever.
Ramones classic.
Rock and Roll High School.
Rock and Roll High School.
Forever.
Which is a connection to Spaceballs because one of the actresses in Rock and Roll High School, Dell Young, played a waitress, a large-breasted waitress in Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
Briefly.
Yeah. I'll take the cleavage.
Indeed.
Oh, he had the special. Changed my order to the soup. Good choice.
So that's Monday's show.
Not again.
All right. Punk Waddle, are you going to be playing Fortnite?
Not on my channel yet, but I'm same Ice House. A short little video tomorrow, but talking about the problem with live action cartoons.
All right. Shelly?
Yeah. What Snowdub said. Come watch the come watch the council tomorrow night.
Apollo-me!
Hey, Apollo-me's.
Makani, what you got coming up?
This has
Okay, the thing I hate is that this. So I got a video. I got a commentary video. It's going to be more than an hour long, and it is basically going over the entire Black Myth Wukong drama, and it's going to have to be longer because I was listening to a couple videos earlier from one from Upper Echelon and one from Call Moriarty, industry pundit, and basically what they're stating is that whole $7 million extortion offer from Sweet Baby Inc. is way too ridiculous to be true, and it sounds like it's not the entire. That's not the entire story, or something like that. That it's actually pretty vague. So I have to add a disclaimer on the video because it wouldn't feel right for me talking. Because there's a segment where I do bring up the $7 million extortion from Sweet Baby Inc., but with some of kind of the thoughts and information now, it didn't feel right if I did not have to add that. So I'm trying to find a section in the video to add it, and that's going to make the video much longer. It's already over an hour long, so it's probably be like an hour 15 long. But I'm currently editing it right now, hence why I didn't do a show this morning, because I knew I was going to have a lot to do this morning. But after asking, I asked my subscribers on the community tab if I should drop it or find a way to add it. And everybody voted to find a spot maybe early in the video to kind of address those claims before the video starts. So I got to find a way to work around that. And because I put so much time into the video at this point, I figure scrapping it probably wouldn't be a good idea. So there is going to be a video. It's likely either going to be this will likely either be the Tuesday video or the Thursday video. We got Machini in the morning, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We got a speed painting video that I'm going to be doing hopefully this week as well. All of the people who are asking for the May batches, my channel members, I've announced that this month I will consolidate May and this month's batch into one mega batch, so that way you guys got a lot of art this month. And then we're coming back on Sunday for the Sunday hangout with Mama Bear and such like that, where we go over a lot more hooplas that were going off in the gaming industry this week, because it's I'm keeping an eye on everything, man. I'm keeping a close eye on everything. This is something I'm very passionate about, and more and more we're hearing news about everything, and it's like, man, there's so much to cover and such like that. So, but I love doing it. I love covering it, and I look forward to the video. I look forward to seeing how many people will call me a grifter for covering the Black Myth Wukong stuff in my video next week. So stay tuned for that, guys. But other than that, yeah, plenty of content from me. Thank you guys so much. We try to get we're at 2172 now, and so our next goal is going to be close to 2180 next week. So, but thank you guys so much. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and we're still chugging our way to 3K by the end of the year. So thank you.
Oh yeah, Polemy said I did 558 miles today. That is, man. X-Wings, Loki. What's up, X-Wing? Keep chilling, bro. So, guys, I'm not sure. In 70s, are you still there?
I am indeed, sir.
Let me know if you know more than I do, because I'm kind of out of the loop. Sunday?
I don't at the moment. I'm going to try and catch up with Mark.
Okay.
Tomorrow if I can, because I figured I would just get in the studio and then the link would be issued to people that are at the ceremony, the funeral and everything, and they would just join in, and we would manipulate those and bring them in and out and zoom in and out and whatever. We would just sit behind the scenes and do stuff and chat occasionally.
Don't miss the memorial stream.
The memorial
times
stream, yeah.
This Sunday. It's going to be like 4 or 5 hours, I think.
Yeah, and as long as we could both get into the Clubby studio now, so we should be able to just handle whatever.
So,
I'll try and catch up with Mark tomorrow.
Okay, and obviously anything you guys need, I'm here. You need a break.
It'd be good to hang with you for a while on that, mate. Yeah, we could be emceeing it. Yeah.
So, God bless Clobby. We all love him. We miss him,
Yeah.
but he's going out as a hero. He's going to that great Valhalla up in the sky, and he's going to drink. He's going to drink all day with Jack Kirby, and then they're all going to fight like warriors and wake up the next day and do that shit all over again.
Stanley's not there in the same room with him.
Yes, yes. Well, he might not be. You have to be a warrior to get into Valhalla. So who knows? Who knows if Odin was like, no, take that one back. Anyway, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you on the next Late Show with Snowdub and this great group of characters, whoever's here next week. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Cheers, mate.
Skull and tuck and roll.
Skull and tuck and roll.
Skull and tuck and roll.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.